Well, I don't want to drop my gun.
So drill is what?
Okay, it's a drill that I do with when I'm running a carbine class. I put a pile of magazines. You just drop them on the ground. There's no order. You're not allowed to lay them out or orient them anyway. Just put a pile, toss them in there. They are what they are. The goal is for you to run your gun. To pick a magazine up off the ground, realize the orientation's off, turn it in your hand, seat it in the weapon, hit the bolt catch, and continue on. It's a reload drill, but it's also kind of a spatial orientation drill. It teaches you, without looking at the magazine when you pick it up, to figure out the orientation of the magazine based on the curve and based on the fact that the bottom where the spring compresses has no weight. So the balance of the magazine, a full magazine, will be off. I make it harder by only putting one round in there. So you actually have to grasp it appropriately with your finger. The way I teach it, your finger on the bottom, so you've got something underneath the magazine when you seat it, when you push and pull, or if you push and pull. And it's the same way. Each time you grab your magazine, that tactile index point allows you to have the exact same grip every time. Each time I grab my magazine with my pinky here, I know the exact orientation, distances, everything. So it helps make your shooting style uniform, your reloads uniform. Okay? It's also in the natural range of motion of your hand for strength and dexterity. People that load like that, you're outside of your range of motion, and it's harder to line something up as opposed to doing the beer can approach. Okay? Also, when you slide up into the rifle, as you slide up in, when it stops, your hand just continues to slide up. So when I seat this magazine, I seat the magazine stops, I slide up, I hit the bolt catch, I slide straight on the forend. So economy of motion isn't violated. Okay, I'm using the mechanics of the rifle and the mechanics of my body together to be the most efficient I possibly can be. So, and all I'll do is just mess around, just shoot our last 10 rounds to make it 1,600 rounds on a dry ceramic gun, and call it a day. All right. Let's time it. What the heck, man?
Okay.
Let's see how fast we can do on this new... Oh, it's another thing. The magwell is larger. Is what? Surface area is, what, 45% larger, something like that? I don't know. That's what I thought I heard. But anyway, it's a different magazine well. And it's effectively a flared magwell. If you look at the outside, it looks like the receiver is thicker. The lower receiver is thicker, when actually the internal dimensions, the overall dimensions are larger, but the thickness of the receiver is the same. They've just made it on the inside, made a wider inside with channels in there that give you a little space, less friction surface, so the magazines will drop free faster. But at the top of the receiver, it's still mil spec, so it holds the magazine appropriately. So it's a built-in mag funnel without having a mag funnel. So, all right, I'll actually start with my muzzle on the ground right here. Okay.
Okay. Shooter ready.
Yeah.
Stand by.
No, this one.
3695.
What was it before I messed it up? Give me some splits so we see what the reload's just picking it up off the ground.
Okay. The split was first one was 169. Reload was 380. Reload 336. Reload 315. Reload 397. 372. 334. 402. Last one was 971. So 9 seconds after that, you were 2021.
So you figure picking a magazine up off the ground from shot to shot. So it's not my actual reload. It's my shot to shot time, and we kind of look at that as a reload time. You got to take into account the distance you're shooting at. So I'm shooting from the kneeling, both knees down, at a chest plate at 50, and shot to shot time is under 4 seconds consistently. Picking a magazine up off the ground in an inconsistent orientation and all the rest. So it's I have one that I bobbled it with because I grabbed the magazine wrong. But other than that, it's real easy to get to. I wasn't catching the lip on anything. Every run, 10 different magazines. We got PMags, We've got the new Tango Down magazines, the translucent ones. We've got the Lancer magazines, the new version of the Lancer, the Warrior mag, I think it is. We've got a Fusel stainless magazine. I believe it's stainless. At a minimum, it's steel. Every one of them actually has no-tilt followers, just FYI. All the different mag designs that we have, the Magpul, the Lancer, the Tango Down, and the Fusel all have no-tilt followers. But 10 different, 5 different types of magazines, or 4 different types of magazines. 4 different types of magazines, 10 different magazines. Every one of them locked to the rear and ran in the gun, no problems. And we haven't had any magazine-related failures on any of them. The Tango Down, the Lancer, the Fusel, or the Magpuls in the test. The only thing that we had was a light strike, which is an ammunition issue because we fired 1,500 rounds of that ammunition, and one round had a light strike, and we didn't have any light strikes at any other time in the shooting sequence. And it's not a premium ammunition. We're shooting some PMC, so it's range ammo. Other than that, guns run like a champ. Can't complain.